Hey, Tegan, how you doing? What's happening, my love?
Hi. I'm good. How are you doing?
Just to be a part of how Closer is growing, it's been this record that's just kind of continued to gain momentum. Was this something that you and your sister thought was going to be happening here with this particular record?
Well, I mean, I don't want to sound too premeditated or too overconfident.
You
but
knew
yeah,
it.
I mean, well, the plan internally, with our managers and us and the record company, was not to rush anything, to let the record build, to do a long setup, to go from college to alternative to AAA to pop, and that would be a year-long process. So we're right on track for that. October will be a year since we released Closer. So I think that for us, we understood that our goals were quite lofty and our ambition was quite aggressive, but that it would take time. So it feels on track.
I would like to think that maybe for the two of you and for the whole team, I don't want to just single out the two of you, but for the whole team, that it's got to be quite rewarding to see this persistent growth, because there are a lot of songs that come and they're there and they're boom bow, but then next thing you know, what happened to those guys or what happened to those girls?
Yeah.
So to be able to see this,
we're always protecting obviously ourselves and our brand, but also protecting our audience. I mean, the music is for them most importantly, and although our goal is to try to reach as many people and create a big audience, I mean, we're still not going to compromise the integrity of the band. And it's always a slow build for us, because there's a lot of stuff we won't do, and there's a lot of stuff that we feel is wrong for the band, so it takes us a bit longer to get going. But I think that Closer and Heartthrob in particular, I think it is such a strong record that it's not just, I don't think it's a flash in the pan. I think it is truly a record that resonates for a long time.
Now, how proud are you about, or how proud are you of Heartthrob? I mean, I see here as I was checking online that you guys have gone even as far as releasing some sheet music for the fans, for them to connect that way with your music and to put their own, feeling into it. How big is that smile for you guys to see the success of this album?
I mean, we're thrilled, obviously. I mean, I'm proud of our whole career. I think that, I'm thrilled that for 14 years I haven't had to go back to working at Grabba Jabba, the coffee shop that I worked at when I graduated high school. So, I mean, every day is a blessing, let's be real. But at the same time, I'm also, I'm thrilled. I mean, we work really hard, and we had a lot of goals, and we put a lot of ourselves into this last record, and we took a lot of risks, and I'm thrilled that it paid off. But I'm also, we're hungry. We're still aiming for the stars. I want to reach as many people as I can. We're not shy about the fact that we made Heartthrob because we wanted to change the mainstream. I wanted to infiltrate pop music. I want to diversify what people out there are listening to, but also what they're seeing. And I think Sarah and I represent something completely different than what's out there. And I think that we've got a long way still to go. But, I'm thrilled at if I had to stop tomorrow, we've already pretty much accomplished everything we wanted.
Don't stop. Don't quit. Don't quit. We get kind of mad. Not only would we be mad as fans, but I don't think that you would be able to earn enough cash to buy that giraffe that you want to if you stop tomorrow.
No, there's still a negative symbol next to, most of our budget. So we're still spending and not making. So the giraffe is not yet in my graph. So we're still going to work.
Well, I want to talk about something that just happened recently that I'm sure a lot of people have been giving you guys a resounding 2 thumbs. And if I had 4 hands, I'd give you, so many thumbs up, 8 thumbs up. Hitting the stage with someone as popular as Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Now, you guys have, in the near past, been able to not only share the stage with someone else awesome, this little dude who just so happens to be one of the biggest MCs on the planet, Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, but to be able to come out and to share your vibe, your energy, and not necessarily just the song Closer when you perform with Taylor, but just your vibe on stage for such a positive song with Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. Like, what did that mean, particularly for that particular performance? What did that mean for you two, and to see the outpouring of love?
I mean, both performances were like highlights of our year, obviously. I mean, Macklemore and Ryan Lewis were huge fans. Before they even put out the heist, we were already aware of Macklemore and following him and his career. And when he dropped Same Love, obviously we were so excited. And watching him the last year has been such a thrill. I feel like a proud parent or something. It's just such a neat thing. And I've seen him all over the world now. Like, we saw him in the U.S. and Canada, and we just did German festivals with him. And I've seen him get up in front of 75,000 people and talk about love and equality and moving things forward. And it's pretty cool to have someone like that standing on the front lines with you, when you're trying to move things forward in a civil rights and human rights campaign like this. So that was amazing. And to be able to get up on stage with him and share that moment was pretty awe-inspiring. And juxtapose that with Taylor to be able to get up and perform one of our songs, like to have an artist that big, that successful say, this is a song. Like, it's not like we didn't suggest that song. Like, she just said, I want you to come up and play Closer. And it was like, pretty freaking cool. And I think Taylor has such an amazing relationship with her audience. And, she has done so much work for young people, young people and LGBT youth. And I just feel like to be able to share a stage with someone like that and be in their presence was pretty cool, too.
I'm watching the videos and I'm seeing it all, and you guys were a part of a record-breaking night with that at the Staples Center. And I could just only imagine that in your in-ears, could you guys actually hear each other, or were the screams like that piercing to where you were struggling to try to...
The screams were pretty crazy. Taylor warned us about it, and Sarah Bareilles, who had done it the night before, she was like, do not walk down the staircase and be ready for a lot of screaming. So, we were pretty well prepared, and, we have a pretty screamy audience as well, so I felt pretty prepared, but I kept my pack low and tried to play it cool. She also had, 7 background singers, so I was like, I could probably do whatever I want. There's 900 of us singing the song. It was a massive vocal, performance. I didn't really feel like I had to do much.
That is so awesome, dude. Well, here with Saturday Night Online, we allow the fans to ask some awesome questions, and fans of Tegan and Sara, they all poured in tweets and Facebooks and all this good stuff, and I want to throw a couple of these your way. You ready for it?
Yeah, I'm totally
This is
ready.
from Beth Crowley off of our Facebook page, wanting to know, who is the most famous person in your cell phone right now, Tegan?
Oh, God, I don't know. I think that's maybe too tacky to admit. But, a lot of the musicians we've collaborated with, I'll leave that. People have to go on Wikipedia. But a lot of the people we collaborate, we end up being friends with. And it's one of the best parts of what we do is getting to meet amazing, creative, and often very famous people. And getting their respect is pretty cool.
This is from Eric, area code 614. He texted in the question, where do you escape to write music?
At most of our last record I wrote in Vancouver, and I call it the tree house. My apartment in Vancouver is very quiet, and sort of the windows all look into big trees, so I feel like it's a bit of a tree house. I need a space where I'm not concerned about people hearing me, because writing can be quite awkward. There's a lot of pitchy, out of tune, intense moments where you're trying to figure out your melody lines and that sort of thing. So I generally tend to write in Vancouver.
I like this one from @LiveLifeLoud. Do you believe in ghosts?
Oh man, I have a very strange phobia of the dark, and it's not ghosts, but I definitely feel like I was a kid in the 80s and I watched a lot of Unsolved Mysteries and America's Most Wanted.
That was the creepiest show ever.
Yeah. So I feel like I have a very strange, I don't know if it's ghosts or it's just what, but I definitely feel like I get scared easy.
Oh my God, I hated the entrance piano riff, whatever that was, of Unsolved Mysteries.
Why were our parents allowing us to watch that?
Because they were the worst. That's why.
They were the worst.
This is the last one, and this comes from Ellie, who sent in the question via text from area code 212. What city do you and your sister love to be tourists in? You've been all over the world, but where do you like to go back to and just explore?
Recently we went back to Copenhagen, which was probably our 3rd or 4th time being there, maybe even more, and I still love that city. It's pretty magical. There's just so much history and so many fun things to do, and the people are all very attractive, and there's great food, and so I like to be a tourist there. I don't get to be a tourist that often, but I do love being a tourist there.
Well, the thing is with you and your sister, like I said, I had the chance to see a little bit of the show in sub-zero temperature, and you guys still went out and rocked out. Being able to be along this ride and to see you all just hopscotch your way all across the world and not only share your love for music, but also, be out there, like you said earlier, as a pioneer for, so much equality and for just the right reasons. We're learning that and loving that through your music. I just want to say thank you, thank you for allowing us to be a part of it all. Seriously.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for your support. It means a lot. And Sarah and I don't take that lightly, and we really, always do our best and hope to impress and be consistent so that people stick with us.
Hells yeah, man. Well, you give her a big, giant hug from us here at Saturday Night Online. And I thank you so much for taking the time out and continue to kick butt, Mama.
Thank you. My pleasure. See you again soon.
You take care, Tegan. Bye-bye.
Bye.